Hello and welcome to It's All About You, the best show about you on the internet. I am B. Dave Walters, life strategist and spiritual coach. This is episode 6, Money. And before we get started, a couple of things. First of all, for my brothers and sisters watching on YouTube, I'm sorry about episode 5. I accidentally made part 2 too big, so it wouldn't upload. But I put a link in part 1 of episode 5 where you can click and see the whole thing, okay? And second, thanks to everybody who's reached out to me, all the new friends I've made. It's fantastic. I appreciate it. I love you. You can find me on YouTube, MySpace, Facebook, Twitter. I'm everywhere. I want to know more about you. And finally, a lot of people have been asking me when the episodes come out, when I'm posting new videos. I post these things on Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. Pacific US time, I guess. So sometime during that day is when they'll post. So Sunday, Wednesday, Friday. Occasionally I get inspired and they come early, but they will never come late, okay? So let's talk about money. And first, like always, I want to start off with a quote. Money isn't the most important thing, but it's right up there with oxygen on the gotta have it scale. That's by Zig Ziglar. Money isn't the most important thing, but it's right up there with oxygen on the gotta have it scale, okay? So, before we go too deeply into this, I just have a question for you. What does money mean to you? If I show up at your house today, knock on the door, give you a briefcase for $1 million, what does that mean to you? Does it mean a new house? A new car? Does it mean you can quit your job and travel? Does it mean more girls or even more guys? Or does it mean more taxes, more problems, more people wanting things from you and trying to take advantage of you? However you answered that question is the single biggest indicator of how much money you're going to make in your lifetime. Especially if, by the way, you said, well, $1 million isn't that much money. And for any time anybody tells me $1 million isn't a lot of money, by the way, I just ask them, how long will you have to work at your current job, however many hours a week you work, to make $1 million? Seems like a lot more money now, doesn't it? Okay? So, you have to believe positive things about money in advance, which actually leads me to the second thing. What does God look like to you? I know what you're thinking. What's God got to do with money? And the answer is only everything. Because a lot of people have gotten it in their minds that it's somehow sinful or wrong or immoral somehow to have a lot of money. Which is weird, because don't you think if money was somehow bad, do you really think that churches and mosques and synagogues would be asking for it every week? No, right? So, what is money? There's really two definitions, to tell you the truth. Believe it or not, money is actually not a unit of possession. Money is actually a unit of debt. But why it's a unit of debt is way beyond what I'm going to discuss here in this podcast today. But if you're interested in it, you should look up something called The Crash Course by Chris Martenson. You'll learn a whole lot about how, the economy works and things like that, and he makes it interesting, so it's not boring at all. But the definition that I like better is that money is a unit of energy. Money is energy just like you are, just like I am, just like the computer you're watching and the air around you and the birds in the sky. It's energy. It's vibration, like anything. When you move into the proper vibration with it, then more of it starts to come into your life, okay? So you have to believe that it's okay to have money. That's the first thing, that it's just okay to have money. Second thing, that you'll enjoy having money, because I can guarantee you something. In my life, I've experienced having a lot of money, and I've experienced having no money, and I can tell you for sure, I like having a lot of money a lot more than I like having no money, okay? And then, you have to start to figure out a way to do it, okay? So, why do you think, up until now, you haven't had everything you wanted in your life? What do you think has blocked you up until now? Well, right. Okay. Or maybe you said, I don't know, since you probably have caught on to the fact that I can't hear what you're saying in response to me. But my answer would be, somewhere along the way, you decided what your life was worth. You may not have done it consciously. You may have not stopped and thought to yourself, I'm worth $27,000 a year, or I'm worth $45,000 a year, or whatever it may be. But here's the thing. If you have a job that you show up to 40 hours a week, rain or shine, or even 20 or 30 or 50, 60 or 80 in some cases, that person is effectively buying you. The person that controls your paycheck controls your life. They decide where you live. They decide what kind of car you drive. They decide when you go on vacation, or if you go on vacation, how many kids you can have, where they'll go to school, what kind of clothes you'll wear, what you're going to have for dinner tonight. All of that is controlled by the person who controls your paycheck, okay? And whatever you're making, you have decided that that is what you as a person are worth, okay? Now, I hear all the time, people are like, well, no, not me, I'm priceless. Well, again, you know the tree by the fruit it bears, and at least I don't know what you may be worth, but I know what you're selling yourself for, and you're selling yourself for however much money you're making right now, okay? So the way around that then is to find a way to not only increase your income, but increase your income while increasing the amount of pleasure and joy and bliss and happiness you're having in your life at the same time. Because there's a very popular financial planner out there. I won't say his name in case some of you are fans. But one of the things that he teaches is that you should go and get a second job and work that second job until you've saved up enough money to pay off all your debts. Personally, I think that's a terrible idea. Now, I know I mentioned you before some of the things I've done in the past, but once I was done being a bodyguard, actually, you know what? I'm going to split this here for my brothers and sisters on YouTube, because I'm not going to make the same mistake and have these things be lopsided again. So I'm actually going to stop right here, and when we come back for part 2, I will tell you what happened after I stopped being a bodyguard. For everybody who's not watching this on YouTube, hold on, we're going to keep going. Alright, hey everybody, B. Dave Walters here. The reason why I started PeaceLoveMoney.com is I knew that that's the 3 things that everybody wants more of in their life. More peace, more love, more money. And all of the articles and videos and everything that I've done has been kind of creating the space for you to be able to truly create, attract, and manifest whatever it is that you want. And now it's time for me to teach you that. So I've put together a new program called How to Create Your Life in Your Own Image. How to design your life from scratch and make it exactly how you want and make it fast, okay? I put together a PDF. It's very short, simple, to the point, explaining exactly how to do it and exactly what to do. And I've also included a podcast where I'm going to explain it to you, and a meditation that you can follow along with every night that is going to bring things into your life faster than anything else. It is $4.95. This is as cheap as I could make it, because things are worth what you pay for them. And if you're not willing to spend $5 on creating your own life and attracting your own goals, then you might not be as serious as you think. So, check out PeaceLoveMoney.com to find out more. I love you. You know I love you. Bye-bye.